Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the time may be when you are watching this. My name is Douglas Kong. I am a business consultant helping business owners how to improve their business. For many years now, in fact, coming to 30 years, I've been reading a lot about leadership, management, and strategy. My orientation, my theoretical orientation, that is, as a result of my work, has been in psychoanalysis and in group dynamics. I have worked with CEOs in the 1990s, and throughout my career, I spent my time helping CEOs and C-suite officers to cope with stress problems and problems in their businesses. And after retirement, I got myself trained as an executive coach as well as certified in group coaching. And now I function as a business consultant after studying under Rick Schafran, a business coach expert. And I also did self-help courses in business strategy. So you are in the right place now in this webinar if you are stuck in your business. You find it difficult to move forward. You're frustrated. You find it very hard to get sales and you try so hard to sell, but nobody seems to buy what you are selling. And very hard to make your business profitable. You are in despair. You do not know how to make ends meet. And the trouble is, when you sell low, you lose a lot of money. But when you sell high, nobody seems to want what you are selling. So what do? You get this dreadful feeling, oh my, you are failing, you are not succeeding. You will never be in the 4% of people who will make it in their business. So during the Business and Wealth Summit, which I hope we will meet, I will share with you how to compete in any niche and win. And during the summit, I will share with you a business blueprint so that you can discover for yourself why business fail and why business are struggling. And so that after knowing all these things, you can take the kind of steps you need to make in order to ensure the survival and the success of your business. How do you like that? But for now, I will share with you what I call my pre-workshop, which is the kind of work you need to do before you come to my actual talk in the summit itself. And that is, how do you identify a profitable niche? Basically, what I'm going to share with you, how you determine your interest in area, what people call their passion. Now, if you are passionate about something and you want to go into business with that, you're placing a bet. The bet is, if you sell what you are passionate about, people will buy from you. But the big question you want to ask is, are people searching for what you want to share? Is there a demand for the things that you're passionate about? And secondly, is there a marketplace for the kind of things that you want to sell? This requires some market intelligence. You need to find out. And then you need to determine your offer. How are you going to sell? And that's your value proposition. So I will cover this in this little webinar, and I will show you how, at the end of this webinar, how you can learn the rest of the knowledge that I have to share with you. Okay, I will share with you how you can acquire this from me. I will show you how. And please pay attention to that, because when you acquire this knowledge, like I said before, you can make sure that your business can succeed. Now, is this your dream? You have a passion, you're passionate about something, can be anything, can be in the arts, can be about business, can be about making money, whatever. And you see people doing what you're passionate about and building a business around that. So you also would like to start a business built around your passion. You want to help and provide a certain group of people with the product and service you have in mind. Now, if you already have a business, you may want to do the same thing and review your business proposition. But for all of you, I'd like you all to look back, whether you have a business or not, at your dream, your passion. But more often than not, whether you have a business or not, this dream, this passion can become a nightmare. Let me tell you what this nightmare is about. Is this you? So you have built a business around your passion. You find sometimes, even though you set up this business, you have no customers. Few people seem to want your products and services. And the trouble is, you don't know why. You have that feeling? Now, you have had that feeling, okay, we are in the right place. I'm going to show you how. If you have a passion, more or less, you by doing some basic research, you can actually determine how to monetize your passion so that you can make a business out of it. So in essence, what I'm going to show you is how you can identify the areas and domains you're interested in. Okay, it can be anything from work, income related, or hobbies, or recreational, health, wellness, whatever you're interested in. I want you to list them down. You see, and you can make use of a brainstorming tool, for example, mind maps, which allow you to kind of explore your interests. Okay, now let's go on. To help you identify what you're passionate about. Some people say, I have no passion to sell. No. You'll find that for some people, they will be explaining a topic often to their friends, to people they meet at dinner parties. And if people were to pay you to explain something, you have something useful to share. So if you find that you're always explaining some topic to different people at different times, at different places, you have some knowledge that people want. Next is to determine whether people will in fact pay for that knowledge. Now, you'll be surprised that people will pay for knowledge about health, wellness, and recreational matters. I'm sure you have come across courses, how to play the guitar, or how to sing, or how to dance, or how to stay healthy, how to lose weight, things like that. And people have made money from selling this kind of knowledge to people at large. Initially, on-site places like shops or whatever, books, and now with the internet, people are selling it online. So how to determine there is a demand for what you're passionate about? Google has been documenting a search engine for people who want to search for things, right? They have data on what people are searching for accumulated over the years. And from all this data, we know what people are searching for every day, every hour, every minute of time. So what you need to do is to make use of what Google has. And in fact, Google has made this into a tool. So what you need to do is to go for Google Adword. To find Google Adword, Google for this Google Adword. And when you find Google Adword, you create an account. Then you look for the keyword planner. Okay? For the keyword planner, it will be there. You look up the menu and you scroll down the menu bar. You will find the keyword planner there. And when you find the keyword planner there, you learn how to use it, play around with it. And in the keyword planner, you can type in any keyword, and then it gives you a lot of suggestions as to what other related keywords you might want to use. And you probably find hundreds of them, or thousands, depending on what you put there. Now, these keywords are the kind of words people are typing in when they're searching for something. So people are looking for knowledge or ideas about the keyword. So whatever you are interested in, just type in the keyword and press the return button, and you will get these two parameters all listed out for you. And this is what you look for. Search volume, how much people are searching. Let's say you look for how to play the guitar, and you find thousands of people looking for it. And there will be different kind of keywords, how to play a classical guitar, how to play a rhythm guitar, or whatever, They will list all the possibilities and how many people are searching for that. And then you also look at the level of competition. The level of competition in Keyword Planner is an indication of how many people are using the keyword to sell. In other words, if I am a guitar trainer, I train people to play the guitar, and if I train people, let's say, to play the folk guitar or the classical guitar, then people who search for that, I will bid for the keyword, and when I bid for the keyword, then people who look for that will find me. So depending on how competitive it is, the more money you have to spend. If everybody is targeting that group who want to play classical guitar, then the bid for classical guitar will go up. If less people are looking for people who want to learn to play the classical guitar, the level of competition will be lower and the price will be cheaper. This helps you to define how to frame your niche. For example, if you find how to play the guitar, there are thousands and thousands of people searching for it. Wow, good market, but the competition is very high. Then maybe you should not go into it. But if you look for how to play the classical guitar, less people are looking for it, maybe 500 people, and if you narrow the area where this is from, let's say you narrow into the town where you are living, you find that 500 people are looking for this search keyword, and the level of competition is low. Maybe you should go for that, because do you need 500 students? You don't. You probably need a few, 5 or 10 at most. And 5 or 10 out of 500, that search volume is quite enough. So in other words, what I'm trying to tell you is that this kind of niche show that there's a demand, and if there's reasonable competition, that is a keyword you want to use. Okay? So you sometimes can narrow your niche. Let's say you like soccer. And let's say, you want to look for people, you have this knowledge about soccer which you want to share, and you want to charge people for it. Well, how about how to train your child to play soccer? How to win at EPL draws? The art and game of soccer, the history of soccer, such as Manchester United. Or how about putting two passions of yours, combining together and form a new niche that people may not have gone into. Let's say you're interested in photography and you're interested in soccer. How about creating a niche? Soccer photography. Maybe there are people there. Maybe there are no people there. I don't know. I'm not interested in soccer or in photography. But that's how you create a new niche. You get the idea? Good. Now let's go on. Is there a market for your niche? Another place to look for is, besides Google, look for Amazon.com. But in Google itself, you can also do this. Type in and look for books and courses in the area that you have selected, your niche. On Amazon.com, it's the same thing. You open Amazon.com and you type in the title, the keyword of your niche, and see whether people have written books or given instructions or sell anything in that thing. Amazon.com sell more than books, by the way. I hope you know that. So these are your competitors. Okay? These are your competitors. Study what they do. You may want to buy their courses and books, see what they offer, and you may shape your offer similar to theirs or distinct from theirs. It's up to you. And from there, you can get data of traffic to their websites if you know how, and their sales figure. These are all available on the internet, and you can search for them. So even before you start setting up your business or wanting to sell anything online or whatever, you already have enough knowledge of whether people will buy from you, whether there's a competition, whether there's a marketplace. And that's very, very important. Knowledge is power. What you must avoid is that avoid niches with absolutely no competition. Because if no competition, that means nobody is buying from anybody. And if you have a product in that niche, maybe you may not get any sale at all. Similarly, avoid niches with high competition, where there's so many people selling and so few buyers. It's very hard for you to make a sale. Look for reasonable search volume depending on how many customers you need and the area where you are looking at, and see the competition. It should be, if there are reasonable search volume, if you are selling on site, 500,000, few thousand, maybe more than enough. Anything more than 100,000 is very unrealistic. And niches with low competition is probably the best because you have a better chance of making sales. Okay? And then look for ads in your niche. Whenever you serve, whether in Facebook or Google or anywhere, look for ads that are selling similar products to what you are going to produce or create. Now, there is a problem. What if you're an innovator? Your product is brand new, and nobody is looking for your product. For example, if you're the inventor of the iPhone, okay, there's no demand for your product because nobody has heard of it at all. But once you make it, there's a great demand for it. Now, that depends on a lot of branding, marketing, and education. It's not impossible, as the iPhone has shown, as new inventions, new products have shown that they can capture the market's imagination once they are launched. But there's a different thing altogether. Different techniques are needed to bring them to the marketplace. Now, there is what I call the value proposition approach. This is particularly true if you want to build a proper business from what you are passionate about, rather than just selling a product or service online or whatever. The value proposition approach indicates what value are you offering. What benefits do your products and service offer? There is this well-known argument about features and benefits. Features are what are your product or service about. Benefits are what benefits you can derive from it. There's a story told in a supermarket, or in a department store rather. There's this lady, she was talking to the salesman, and she told the salesman she wanted a vacuum cleaner. And the salesman was showing him the latest vacuum cleaner there available. And the vacuum cleaner has this horsepower, this ability to do that. It has this kind of suction and this kind of this, and 20 minutes full of technical details about how great this vacuum cleaner is. The old lady looked rather lost, and she turned to the salesman and said, "But all I want to do is to vacuum the floor and make it clean." So in other words, the salesman was explaining to her all the features of that vacuum cleaner. But all the old lady wants are the benefits. The benefit of a clean floor. Features tell, benefits sell. Is this true? Yes. Benefits will sell. This is what the customer wants. But we know from research findings that pain sells better than benefits. In other words, if the person has a pain, they want to relieve their pain. I met a very interesting accountant who tells me that her business is to help people get rid of the headaches they get when they look at the accounts. So when people look at the accounts, they have a headache, and she relieved the pain. And we humans rather love to avoid pain. So if you can give something that can resolve their pain, that will sell very well. So what pain do you relieve? What problems does your product or service solve? What benefits can your customer expect from what you offer them? Why customers should buy from you and not your competitors? Focus on the pain that you can relieve. Touch the pain. Feel their pulse. Articulate the pain for them. And if you do so, they will buy from you. So, coming back to value proposition, Starbucks' latest value proposition is that they are incubator for modern entrepreneurs. So if you're a modern entrepreneur, you automatically go to Starbucks to do your work, right? So in a value proposition, you state what is your product, what is your target audience, and what value you provide. Now, more example, Uber's value proposition. One tap and a car comes directly to you. Your driver already knows exactly where you want to go, and the payment is completely cashless, right? Unbounce, a marketing agency on the internet. Uh, what is their value proposition? Offering ease of use. It's so easy to use, it relieves all your headaches, right? How about Singapore Airlines? Leading premier service airlines, latest aircraft technology, focus on customers' needs, Asian hospitality, right? So, in your value proposition, you must say what you are offering to your market. You must tell them the benefits more than the features. You must share with them what kind of pain you can help them relieve. And the problem or the pain that you can relieve is the main selling point. Now, here is a template for you to craft your value proposition. And you can use this template, and the sample is there by the side, and you can then form a statement that is a good value proposition for what you want to offer. Uses for value proposition: when you construct your business model, you will need your value proposition. And I will share this in my more detailed sharing and teaching in the business summit, and further later on in workshops and courses which I'll be conducting. This is how you operationalize your businesses. Okay, it's an offer to potential clients, and it can be used as a branding tool. It's also the basis to promote your product and services, so it can be used as a marketing tool, and it can be useful to craft whatever your promotion for your offers. So it's an edutainment tool for promotions. A value proposition, if phrased correctly, can be used in many ways, and that's why I encourage you to form your value proposition. Okay, good. Let's go on. So to craft your value proposition, this is what you must say. You have the template earlier on which I showed you. What value do you provide? Who do you target? What benefit do you offer? What problems do you solve? What pain do you relieve? And if you like to look at the exercise suggested here, write to me at my email and ask for the worksheets for what I've just presented, quoting profitable niche worksheets. Please do write to me. When you look at it, I will give you some help, some support, so that you can work it out for yourself. And if you'd like to learn more, be sure you register for the 10 times Wealth and Business Summit. Please go to this webpage and reserve your seat, and I will see you there. And if you have watched this webinar, come and approach me and tell me and share with me. I'll be more than happy to help you further. So, ladies and gentlemen, everywhere, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Thank you for attending my webinar. I'm happy to share this with you. And if you want to know more, come to the Business and Wealth Summit, and let's interact together. Let's learn from one another, and let's make our business prosper together. Thank you very much for attending my webinar. Bye-bye.